Hey guys, this is Rob9X. So back with some more chopper tips. Now, somebody posted on my video, and I'll give you a few games on Xbox, mate. Um, so hovering with a chopper, capping flags, doing a bit more kind of intricate maneuvers like that. So in my previous video, I told you about kind of, you know, trying to avoid being shot down, stuff like that. Some basics, turning left, turning right, and stuff like that. This is more kind of capping the flags. This, look at that. I just missed it by a split second then. Went a bit too high, I didn't realise how high I was going. But what I do when I'm coming in, it's all about balancing out. It's almost like a pendulum effect. You want to balance out the momentum you're carrying. So if you're swinging kind of to the right, you want to kind of pull right back and then kind of it'll swing in the opposite direction. And that it'll kind of balance out. See, it's hard to explain, but I'll try and show you with this. So as you can see here, I was going forwards, and then I wanted to kind of stop where I was, so I quickly kind of pull backwards, so the blades will kind of aim towards the camera, and then as the helicopter starts to come back at you, you quickly go forward again, and it kind of slows the momentum until you're kind of hovering. So here obviously I have a tank shooting me, so whilst you're doing this, you don't want to be doing it whilst you're being shot at, and one missile from a tank is going to take out your chopper. So it's best not to do it when they're around. And if you are in a chopper with, I think it's the Venom, I'm not sure where it is, but with the guns on the side, if you're not going for a flag and you're going to get some kills in that, aim it to the side, because obviously the guns can only shoot out the side. So don't be looking at them yourself, because that's not helping anyone. Aim sideways so your men in your gunners can actually help you and get some kills, because otherwise you're just being a knob. So as you can see here, is this bit? Oh, I think you'll see it in a second. So I'm staying roughly low, so my gunners can have some shots going off. I think there was something in that building, but I may be wrong. Oh, there's the tank there, sorry, yeah. Cool, I knew there was a tank around here somewhere. So I've kind of stayed low. Now, obviously, when you're pressing the buttons, R and L, so left trigger will make you go down, right trigger will make you go up, increase the altitude. So you don't want to push it too much, because it almost has a kind of delayed reaction. So for example, where I am now, if I wanted to go down, I'd hold it a little bit, but then I'd let go, and then it would go down, I wouldn't hold it down as I'm going down, because then if I press the right trigger, it would take a few seconds before that kind of built up enough speed to bring the helicopter back up, and by that time I already would have hit the ground. So you need to kind of anticipate the move it's going to make. So right there, I was about to swing left into that big pole, and I quickly moved right before I had the chance, but it still swung a little bit, swung should I say, I think I made a word up there, still swung a little bit, a few metres sideways, even though I'd already gone to the right. See, that's what I mean, you have to do stuff just before it. Almost, just anticipating the effect that your buttons are going to have. As I see a chopper crash there, yep, worse than I am. Okay, I think here, I hit this thing here, there you go, see? You can still hit stuff and still regain balance. The best thing to do is let go of the controls. Just let the chopper balance itself out by itself. Don't try and correct it too much, because then you'll overcorrect it and end up worsening the situation pretty much. So you can see here, I'm coming down low. Now, here we're getting shot at. The best thing to do, get out of the chopper. There's no way I could have come up, turned around, killed something without me just dying. Yeah. Okay, so let's go again. So back in the chopper here. I think I'm about to take off. 3, 2, 1 is out. Yep. Okay, here we go. So this is back at the base again. Obviously, this is Operation Firestorm. So remember what I was saying. It's all about balancing out the moves if you want to do those intra kind of hovers. Okay, so we got. So yeah, so I was coming forward, and I've kind of pulled back. Now as it's pulled back, I've quickly pressed forward again. You may not see it, but I've pressed forward again, and that's kind of balanced it out. So you go back on yourself, then as you come back, to stop yourself from swinging right the way backwards towards where the camera's facing, you press forward again, and it kind of balances you out, So coming forward, hold backwards, like this. Oh, I think I actually took off because there was a chopper there. It was shooting rockets at me, so I didn't really want to stay still, because I would just be inviting death. Yeah. So yeah, but the main point, as I'm saying, is almost like a 3-point thing. You kind of go forwards, even if you're going left or right. You go in opposite direction. Let's say back, for example, with a strong tug, and then it's slightly lesser tug forward again. So I press back, then I press kind of forward a bit again, and it kind of brings you down. Now, obviously, when you land, like what I did there, I held L to land. Any off-balance manoeuvre really will mess you up there, to be fair. You have to kind of, you'll practice, you'll get to know how much you can give or take when it comes to landing. There's only a few degrees before the chopper will just kind of fall off to the side, which you'll see in a little bit, because I'll show you what that means basically. And some angles you can come in, if you're coming in straight forward, you can land pretty sharply. But if you're coming in from the side, an angle's tall, you're probably going to tilt over. And just here I was staying low, just getting my health regenerated. Okay, so what's the next bit we got here? Okay, I've sped some of this up because obviously this is just straightforward flying to get to the map, get to the objectives. So again, what we're doing, flying around the side now. So I've got a gunner in there, so he's shooting things for me. Okay, so we're heading over to A. I think that's A. Yep. Okay, so I pull back. You can see me pull back there, but not enough. So I'm going to turn around like this. Turn around. I'm already quite low, and there you go. Because I wasn't tilted to the side, I was able to land quite heavily, but the chopper's down and it's safe. You see what I mean? So I wasn't kind of coming in at an angle because otherwise it would mess you up. Okay, let's get this. Oh yeah, I think there was a tank underneath us now. Kept waiting for it to come out so I could RPG it, but it wouldn't do. Now, another thing I should mention also, when you're doing manoeuvres like this, get out the change the view to a third-person view. Like this view when you're flying like this, fair enough. But when you want to land, change it to this view like this. Okay. So as you can see there, because I was flying directly in a straight line, I wasn't tilted to the left or tilted to the right, flying kind of in a circular motion or anything like that. I was able to hold L and then land straight down. So without tilting left, right, crashing, anything like that. So you really remember that, you know, you've got some leeway when it comes to landing quite heavily. Okay, so we've got to go again. I know it's kind of the same thing over and over again, but it does take practice to get this down. And even then, you know, it's so easy to make a tiny little mistake. So as you can see, I'm flying very straight. So bang, I was able to land very cleanly, no damage at all. Kill that geezer, and then back in it. This is another tip as well. If you're being locked onto, which, you know, it will happen a lot, and you're able to land, you can get out that vehicle and they won't be able to lock onto it anymore. Okay, so I've had it before when I've been trying to get to a building. I'm on here, but I'm being locked onto. So what I do, I land, quickly get out, and that's it. They can't lock onto you anymore. Perfect, sorted. This is what I'm going to show you here. See, I hit a little lip, went over my left, full stop, could not get up. I was doing L, I was pressing R, nothing I could do. I should have got out. Me being a dick, thought I could solve it. Bang, off the edge, blew up. So one tiny little thing it can go. So you have to be really careful with those little movements. And I had that little lip of the air conditioning, the duct things, whatever. Hit that, I went straight over. So again, ready? Pull back, press a little bit forward again, and there you go. I was completely level. And that's it. On to the next bit. Then you can just fly off, get the next one when you want to. Simple as that. Sometimes you can even get C, then B, then A straight away. Okay, what we got next? Okay, so this was in the middle. So remember, if you're an engineer, and you have the repair tool thing, you can repair the helicopter from inside the chopper. So you know, if you're flying with a mate, it's always handy for him to have one. If you're going to be doing some chopper flying. So here, see me coming in sideways, and look what happens. I tilt right over to the left because I tried to land as I was tilting sideways, coming in at an angle. Luckily, I managed to kind of push against here. I got out of the vehicle, get out the chopper, sorry, just in case I was going to get blown up, because plus there was an enemy around there. And then got back into it once the blades had gone, there was no power, pushing it forward, and just redid it. I went back down, picked my mate up, and carried on flying around. Okay, so take these tips in, you know, it's all about balancing it out and the momentum, and just give it a go, just lots of practice, and try and get that hovering down. Okay, so this is RobNob9X, thanks for watching, I'll catch you in the next video, goodbye.